Hello, everybody. My name is Tammy. I'm the president of Fun and Adventure with Singles Travel International. And we are super excited to be presenting for our Sweet Symphony New Year's Eve Singles Cruise. We're here to answer all of your questions. A lot has changed in the last 18 months with cruising, and it's all for the better. The cruise ships are here, but the way that we check in and do some of the formalities has definitely changed. And we here at Singles Travel International are ready and able to equip you with everything that you need. I'd like to introduce September, or CJ as she likes to be called. She is our newest concierge. Hi, CJ. How are you?
I am so excited to be with all of you. It's going to be so much fun. I look forward to meeting you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. So between CJ and I, we're going to be presenting all of the information. And then, of course, after we go through the steps, we'll open up for some Q&A. And we do have to finish tonight at 8:55. So first of all, I'm going to take the screen from you, CJ.
Okay.
And begin our presentation. For everybody got an email that we call the Final Vacation Details and Meetup Information Document. It hit your email boxes, I think, on the 10th of December. And if you didn't get that email, I'm about to demonstrate to you where you can get that information. It's actually on the trip page. This left-hand navigation bar, which you've been using up until now to look at the itinerary, read the frequently asked questions. This now has a new tab, and it's called Your Travel Documents. So you just have to click on that, and voila is the document that we want you to all have available to you. So if you didn't get the email, for some reason it might have hit your spam, you know that you're able to get it inside the website. Anybody has trouble with that from time to time, some of the browsers, if it's not been updated, they don't always show that link. So if you have an issue with it, please email us at, here's our main email address. Whenever you have questions, you're going to go to service@singlestravelintl.com. So we put that right up front because we want you to know that we're here if you have any questions after that. Now, further on in the letter, we have Linda's email address because Linda will be joining us. Linda's on the road right now. She has been traveling ever since we were able to, but she'll also be with us. So CJ and Linda will be your main concierge team on this cruise. We created this nice little checklist for you to prepare for the vacation. So we want to follow through. Check, you need a passport. Make sure it's valid for the next 6 months. Sometimes people think it's good until the day it's due or it expires, but it really, in most cases, must be valid for 6 months from the time you return, which is January 8th. So check your passports. We don't have a lot of time. If you don't have a proper date expiration, you're going to have to expedite that. You will need your vaccination certificate. And I would bring the original with you. I would take a picture and put it on your iPhone. And you're also going to have to upload it into the Royal Caribbean app. So let's talk about the app for a second. This is a brand new tool that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity have developed, and it's really very, it's intuitive and it's super helpful. But I know that some of the members I've talked to just over the weekend were ready, their minds were exploding. They're like, an app, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I don't even know how to download an app. So the thing that we want you to do is, if you have any trouble whatsoever downloading the app, I'm going to hit my enter button right now and put a number into the chat that is for the Royal Caribbean Cruise Planner. And so if you have any issues whatsoever, you're going to call them at 800-398-9819. And I put that into the chat now for everybody, so you can join that, jot that down, but it's 800-398-9819. Those are very helpful people at Royal Caribbean who will assist you with the downloading and the entering of your information. So when you check in, you will need in your presence your passport, your vaccination card, and you're going to take a photo of yourself. So have those things ready, because you have to snap a picture of those things to load them into the app. But the app pops up with windows and says, okay, now scan this or take a photo of that. So it's not, for some of us, it's the very first time that we're doing it. When we get on board the cruise ship, you'll find that it's very exciting and useful, because it's going to have all of the schedules for the cruise line, all the shows, all the dining, everything that there is to do. I even love, my favorite button on it is where I'm hungry now. So when you click on I'm hungry now, it shows you all the restaurants that are open, and you can just head over to Sorrento's for pizza, or the cafe for a sandwich, or whatever your taste is for the moment. So we'll get into that a little bit more. CJ's also going to show you in a minute where you can access the Royal Caribbean website for some other I guess, services that are not on the app yet. So for right now, to differentiate, we used to log in to Royal Caribbean to check in and do everything. Now that they have the app, the only place to check in is on the app. So you guys, you have to do it. And we're going to have an app party at the hotel in Miami. So do the best that you can, get your information loaded. And after we have dinner on the 30th, we're going to have an app party in the hotel. We're going to talk about shows. We're going to help everybody who doesn't really get the knack of it yet, because we want you all to be comfortable and fluent on the app. Hi, Hank. How are you? I'm going to mute you. So the other thing that you need is a negative test result for COVID-19, printed or shown on your phone. So we, further down in the document here, we expand on this and we tell you what we recommend, which is what Royal Caribbean is recommending for the actual app. And I'm going to go down there in just a second and show you what that information is.
Are you be available to answer questions about the app?
If we have time tonight, but right now I'm just asking you guys to mute so I can present everything, because the sooner we get through this, the more time we'll have to answer the questions. So please go ahead and mute yourself and let me get through the information with CJ, and we'll answer the questions to the best that we can for tonight. But even if we can't do it tonight, we'll set up another time for you, okay? So you do have to have a negative test result. You need to have insurance. You also need to fill out the fit and willing to travel commitment. I believe most of you have done that. Again, all you have to do is click on the links inside this letter, which I'm going to demonstrate here for you. It's very easy. Just download once you download the letter, everything is here. So I'm just going to hit the back button. You'll fill that out at your leisure. That helps us understand more about you. It gives us your flight information. It gives us, and more importantly, helps us all be on the same page in terms of respecting each other with the protocols that are going to be in place on board the Symphony that will protect us all from a health perspective. And it's constantly changing. So even though maybe 18 months ago, we were wearing KN95 masks, today the surgical mask is okay. And it might change again before we get on board the ship. So we're giving you our information to the best of our ability right now. And this letter is your definitive document for all of that. So we're asking you to download the app. We also want you to sign in to the Royal Caribbean account online, which is the mirror image of the app, to book your shore excursions, any drink packages, and specialty dining. And then You're here tonight for the meeting, so that's your checklist. So as long as you perform all of these things, you will be equipped and ready to go for the cruise. We know that you're going to have a good time. So basically now, I'm just going to go to the bottom part here because somebody asked about the COVID test. So I want to show you here. This is downloading the app. This is what it looks like. So if you have an iPhone, you'll just go to your app store. If you have an Android, you're going to go to Google Play and you're going to look for the app with this logo here and just download it to your phone. When you sign into it, you can either create an account. Many of you have already cruised with Royal Caribbean. So if you logged into the website in the past, the same login works on the app. So I'm going to go down now to the COVID information. Sorry for all the scrolling, guys. Okay, number 3 is really important because we are just extracting the information that is on the Royal Caribbean website. And so if you click on this blue link here where it says, can I take a telehealth test at home to satisfy my pre-cruise? We are bringing you right to the link on the Royal Caribbean site. So you don't have to go searching for these things. You can read through all of this. We're just cutting to the chase for you to say that all you have to do is 2 things. You can either get the test at home from a provider in your area, and it has to be an RT-PCR test. Can't be just the antigen. Or if you don't have time or you find it more convenient, because the tests at home are often free. So that would be the benefit of finding a location in your hometown that you can take within 48 hours of boarding. So,
Okay.
So go ahead, sure.
Could you repeat? You said what kind of test you have to take?
So it's called RT-PCR, Romeo Tango PCR.
Okay.
And you can get that in your hometown, and many of the states are offering it for free, but not all states, right? So some members have said that they prefer to do it that way. It must be taken within 48 hours of boarding the ship. And when you check in, another member had asked tonight, what time should we check in? In our final vacation details document, we suggested that you guys choose the 1:30 p.m. check-in. So when you download the app and you go to check in, it's going to ask you for personal information. You're going to put your Vax card, your passport, and then the next step, it asks you when you're arriving, and there are time slots. And so we're suggesting that you choose the 1:30 time slot because everybody's at the hotel together, and we're going to take a bus together at 1 o'clock and drop everybody at the pier at 1:30. So if by the time you check in, the 1:30 is not available anymore, it was today, then choose the 2 o'clock and so on. So do your check-in as soon as possible, and we recommend the 1:30. So the next thing you're going to have to do is take this test within 48 hours. So if you're going to board the ship at 1:30, 2 o'clock, then you're going to want to take the test after 2 or 3 o'clock on the 29th. Does that make sense to you guys? We're boarding on the 31st. So you want to take your test within 48 hours, which means after, I would do it after 3 o'clock on the 29th. Well, that's not going to be convenient for everybody. So if you cannot take the test after the 29th, after 3 p.m., then you should order, and I'm going to click on this link right here. This is all available on our final vacation details. You click on the link. This is the recommended kit from Royal Caribbean. And all you have to do is click on this quick view and place your order. It's $69.99, and you will have 2 of them. We don't benefit from this, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm going to do because it's more convenient for me. I'd rather pay the money and then I have it so I don't have to be subject to any last minute emergencies, or maybe the clinic, I make an appointment and it's not available. So for me personally, I'm going to do the Binax now. I've ordered it, comes to your house in a couple of days. It takes 3 to 5 days. So if you order it in the next couple of days, you'll have it in time for the cruise. You'll have an extra one for yourself. You may not need it. The cruise line will be providing the test for us on the last day before we get off the ship, because now we have to take a test one day before we come back into the United States. They will give it to us the last day. And if anything were to happen, that you have a delay or anything that puts you outside that 24-hour return date, you'll have an extra pack for yourself to use. Those are worst case scenarios. So some people, their personality is they want to be organized and have it all ready. And so this is the solution for that.
Tammy, quick question on that. If you have, this is a huge ship. If you have people ordering these things and then you've got to wait for a telemed person to walk you through 20 minutes of whatever, how likely is it we're going to be able to get to a telemed person?
Well, so I think I heard your question was that everybody's on the ship, but we're not doing this test on the ship. The cruise line's providing the test for us.
Correct. No, I'm talking about the pre-test. We have to visually come in contact on Zoom or whatever with a telemed person, okay? But if we have thousands of people calling in within the 48 hours to get to the telemed person, how's that going to work?
So they're available 24/7, and they guarantee that they're going to be there for you. I've taken it twice now. I didn't have any problem. I was able to get right on. It took 15 minutes to take the test, and we had the results in 5 minutes.
Okay. Did you do it at any particular time of the day, or?
I don't remember what time of the day that I did it, but I don't know that. I mean, so if you have doubts about the reliability of the Abbott, then do your own test in your town and schedule yourself for an appointment.
Tammy, I am coming from quite a distance, and that 48-hour parameter is not going to work because I'm coming a day early. Plus, I'm flying, cross country.
Right. So if you order this test and bring it with you, you will take it at the hotel on the 30th.
Okay. There's an option of taking it there in Miami, any place?
Yeah, you order this online. So when you guys order this online, you have it with you in your possession. So my recommendation is to bring it with you and then take it on the 30th at the hotel. And we'll be there. CJ, Linda, and we're going to be doing ours on the 29th at the hotel, so that we'll do a practice run. Of course, I have experience with it. That both Linda and CJ will do it. And then when you all arrive on the 30th, between the happy hour and dinner, or when you arrive before the happy hour, we'll be there to assist you guys, to help you take the test, and we'll sit with you if you need us to, and just make sure that you get it done. But you got to order this in advance and bring it with you.
What happens if through some strange occurrence you come up positive? This is the day before
Yes, if you test positive, you are not getting on the ship. You're not going to go. So that's why you have insurance. And I would recommend, if you didn't purchase it with us, we offer, you don't have to. So I'm not trying to pitch this, but you should buy insurance. And many of the insurance companies now have an additional coverage. It's called lodging. So that if you do get denied to board the ship because you test positive, it gives you additional money to spend for hotel nights. Because if you're not in a hospital, but you don't have a flight back, or whatever the complications may be, you may have to pay for some hotel nights. So I'm strongly recommending the insurance. In fact, you have to have some kind of medical for. Okay, guys, so those are the solutions for the test. Either take it at home within 48 hours of boarding, which is going to be at 2 p.m. So take it after 3 p.m. at home, or 4 if you want to be sure. Or order the Binex Now, which is the official recommendation from Royal Caribbean, and bring it with you and take it with us when you are in the hotel with us in Florida, in Miami. So at this point, If anybody has not received the final vacation details, please send me a message in the chat so I know that you need some assistance with that. And then what I'm going to do right now is just kind of talk about the COVID protocols for a minute. We've asked everybody to sign off on this document, which is called the Fit and Willing to Travel. And inside that, one of the things that we've really practiced since the beginning of the pandemic is respect for one another. And everybody has concerns. Some of us are more fearful than others. Some of us are protecting ourselves one way, some of us another way. And we just wanted to avoid anybody coming on the trip and being overtly disrespectful. So we've asked you to sign the Fit and Willing to Travel commitment so that you know that our concierge team, Linda and CJ, are going to follow to the letter the protocols that are set forth by Royal Caribbean. And we may have to ask you on occasion to practice something if we see something. If we are on a tour bus and they've asked everybody to wear a mask, please wear your mask. That's probably one of the only times that that's going to be enforced. My experience, again, it could change, but I was on the Apex 2 weeks ago, which is a 3,000 passenger ship, and the crew wore the masks inside. They didn't wear them outside. Guests had masks optional, and we didn't get off the ship because it was an inaugural. Some of the tour companies on the islands may require everybody to wear a mask. So in that case, that is what we are going to do, is ask you to wear the mask whenever we're required to by protocols of the cruise line. So any questions about protocols for COVID, guys? Okay, great. We're all getting used to it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any parameters if we want to buy our own kit at home? Is any specific things that has to, new things that have to be mandated in that kit, approved by, whatever?
What kind of kit, Mary Lou?
Well, they have several available here in California. So
I know, what kind of kit are you talking about?
I don't know the specifics. I just know they have them available here.
Okay, so, but is it a kit for protecting yourself from COVID? Because we were talking about mask wearing.
It's a COVID test. It's a COVID test.
So I would use the test that's recommended in the link to the cruise line. That's the only one that I'll speak about. So because they're accepting that one. So I would stick with that. So any other questions about COVID protocols or the Fit and Willing? I think most of the people have filled it out. If you haven't, please do that. And we also have a few questions in there so that we get to know more about you guys, because really CJ and Linda want to make sure that this is an amazing vacation for you. It's kind of a bummer that we have to go through all the safety stuff. We really want to just have a good time. So fill that out. We want to know about you. We want to learn about you, and use those things to discover ways to make this a life-changing experience. I'm going to let CJ take over right now. And CJ, it's all yours.
Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. I'm so excited to meet all of you and go cruising and traveling again. So I'm going to show you where some fun things you can do on your trip. I'm going to show you where the specialty dining is and where you can sign up. So on our website, you're going to go to cruises, of course. Oh, it's going a little slow. Oh, there we go. And click on Suite Symphony, New Year's Singles Cruise. And then go on down to Trip Chat, which is on the left in the middle. And we'll scroll on down. Is it on? Actually, it's on the other one, isn't it? Plan my trip. Hold on a second here. sorry, some technical difficulties. It's going there. And I can't get that last bar open here. Tammy, is it on the Plan My Trip? Ah, here it is. Price My Trip, excuse me. And then it shows all the different things that you can have. And here in the center, you'll see there's 3 places to sign up. Jamie's Italian Restaurant, which is $49. That's on the 2nd. Central Park, which is $49. And then Chops Grill, which has a lot of wonderful steaks for $54. So this is where you would sign up and pay for those. So whichever one you think you'd like. Of course, you've got your regular group dining at 8 o'clock. So if you want to do that, or your specialty dining. I also want to show you the shore excursions. Let's see if I'm still on here. So if you log in to the Royal Caribbean site and you go down to Plan My Cruise, and go to Cruise Planner. Up on the top, it has everything you need. Shore excursions. The shore excursions by port are there, and we've suggested some really wonderful ones. So let me show you the ones we've got. On San Juan, we have 2, actually. We have another one that's coming up. And this is San Juan, and I'm going to make the screen a little bigger up here so you can see it, the picture a little more here. And the first one we have is a city and a bike tour, and we also have San Juan by land and sea. Now this is an extra one that's not on your details, but we have this one as well. I like this one because it gives you 2 things, like a little appetizer plate. You get to go on a catamaran cruise with guided narration around San Juan. And then you've got the narrated land part, the motor coach tour as well. And the activity level's moderate. It's 2.5 hours. So you get to see San Juan from 2 different perspectives, which is great. Let me go back and show. The bike one is in the morning in San Juan. So land and sea is in the afternoon. Biking in the morning. And the biking is about 9 miles. Let me try to find that one. It's not.
You passed it up. It's in there. Go
It's
back
in there?
up. Yep, above Mojitos. Right
Oh, here it is.
there you go.
San Juan City and Beaches by bike. 3 hours, so pretty strenuous. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. You're doing 9 miles. It does include a snack and a drink as well. So that's nice at a local establishment. It's got a tiny little video in there that you can watch too if you want more information on that. But you'll see the city and the beaches and the parks. Then after that, we've got one on San Martin. On the side here, there's the nice little days in a row, so you can just click on which port you want, and it will come up, makes it a little bit easier. And on this one, we have a champagne catamaran sunset cruise. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is gorgeous. It's 3:30 to 5:30, and you get hors d'oeuvres and either champagne or beer. Get to cruise around the island. Maybe you'll see some sea turtles in there. So just lovely. 2 hours long. That one's more mild activity level, more just relaxing and swaying with the music that they'll have playing. And can have a champagne toast together. I think that is so beautiful. What's nice about that, it's in the mid-afternoon, so you could have your morning to go explore on your own or with others if you like. And then our last one that we're suggesting is on St. Thomas. It's right here on the top. Caribbean fast-capped 2-island snorkeling, safari, and beach getaway. I love this one because, again, it's like a little appetizer plate. You get 2 different aspects of the island. You get part of the trip, snorkeling, a guided snorkel, and they'll give you instructions if you're a beginner. Then you get on the catamaran and you go over to Honeymoon Beach. Doesn't that sound cute? Well, you can swim and just relax. So there's part that's easy and relaxing. The first half is more active. It's 3 hours and 45 minutes. And it does start earlier in the morning. It's like 7:45. But you get to really see a lot of beautiful things there. And it's got a tiny little video in there as well to watch. So that's what we've chosen for those ports. And I'm so excited for all of you. And look around as well and get signed up as soon as you can, because a lot of these are getting sold out. Just looking at the San Juan, Puerto Rico, while we were just going through that, there was lots of signs that say, oh, it's sold out already. So you don't want to be disappointed. So make sure you sign up as soon as possible on your RoyalCaribbean.com in your account.
I'm sorry, I was just on the app and everything really is sold out that I see. That's on the website.
Thanks, CJ, for your presentation.
Yes, thanks.
So if you go on the app, they're not presenting the excursions yet. You have to go onto the Royal Caribbean website to make the booking. So that's why it's sold out on the app. Yeah.
I got a question there, CJ. Is there any way we can find out who is taking what excursions at a time? So if you say you would like to take with some other people that you might know or not know, or if you sign up for one, you don't know who's going to be on it until you go, right?
Yes, it's just through the shore excursion page on the app. So we wouldn't really know as we're getting a little closer. Yeah, but they're the ones we're endorsing.
So, you're right. Okay, so Brad, here, so just the big picture, guys, the aerial view. These are, we used to, can you hear me? We used to use shore trips and we would have our own excursions, but none of those companies are in business anymore.
Right.
So one of the things really that we, that's a hallmark for us at Singles Travel International is that we're all together. So CJ went through all the excursions and she chose 4. 3 were in the letter, and then we added the bike one. So we're saying tonight, these are the ones that if you want to have an experience in the islands with other singles, go ahead and book those. We know that a lot of us have been to these islands before, maybe many times. So if you are wanting to do something and these excursions look good, then join, because we're centering on these. Like, we're trying to funnel everybody to these who wants to do an excursion. Secondly, you know that when you're on a cruise with us, we have an independent meetup every morning, 9:30. The CJ and Linda have put together a weekly program, and the independent meetup will be there for those of you who don't take an excursion. That's a way for you to join up with other people in the group and then go off and explore on your own. What I would love to hear from you guys tonight, is there anything else? We asked everybody to do their homework and look at the excursions, and is there anything that somebody thought that they might want to do that you want to announce to the group tonight so that we can encourage others to join you on that particular excursion?
I have a question. The trip with the snorkeling, is that on your list?
No, but they all have but the catamaran has snorkeling.
Okay, is that on your list of the 3 recommendations?
The one, we have a catamaran one. So we have the bike, we have a catamaran, and that one has snorkeling.
Okay, thank you.
So everybody knows Mary Lou's going to be snorkeling. So you guys can actually take
Ah,
I have my equipment. I'm ready to go.
oh, it's great. I love it.
to the chat and put some, I think that if you haven't had time to look at everything, because there's so much, go ahead and look. You know, CJ showed you how to see these now. If there's something that you like that wasn't our recommendation, then go put it on the chat so that you can find others who might be interested. Like, let's say you want to swim with dolphins somewhere, right? Not everybody loves that, but a few of you do. So put it in the chat. Hey, my name's Mary Lou. I'm definitely snorkeling. Here's the excursions I'm taking. Put the date, put the name of it. So even the link, so that another member is able to just click on that link and go ahead and book that and be with you. So they have to know the day and the time and the name of the excursion. But that way you guys have a chance to coordinate using the chat. So we started it by giving a suggestion. Maybe nobody will book these, but we're trying to funnel everybody in so that for those of us who want to be together and experience, we have a chance to be together. And
So using the chat's the only way you're going to find out what excursions other people are taking if they happen to.
well, so Brad, I hear your question. You want to know what everybody's booking. So we're telling you guys, if you're going to book anything, book these 3, okay, or 4. We added the bicycle that's not in the letter. I'm going to have CJ put them all in the chat. So if you want to be with others and you want to be in the water, I mean, we chose water things and active things, only 1 in each place. Why? Because if we choose 6 or 7 or even 3, then 2 people will go here, 2 will go there. And we know from doing this for 28 years that most people come on the vacation to be together. But there are some people who say, if I don't do this when I get to Coco Key, then my vacation's ruined. So you have to go do the things that are super meaningful for you, you know? So then put that in the chat. If it's not one of the recommendations, then put, whoever decides this is what I'm doing, go ahead and put it in the chat and share with everybody else so that others can see what you're doing. So I think that is the way, that's the best way. That's what the chat was designed for. It's for you members so that you are able to connect with each other and have these conversations before you go.
Yeah, you can do that for trips from the airport to the hotel too, if you want.
That's right, Sam. Put your flight arrival, if you want to have a chance to maybe share a taxi with somebody, anything you want goes on in the chat. What happens on the chat stays on the chat. No one else has access but you guys. So,
Tammy,
That's the other question.
how far is the airport to the hotel?
it's about 30 minutes, but you know, Miami's a major city, so if there's traffic, it could be 45. It depends on what time you come in.
Okay. What about the ground transportation that y'all will have an option to provide leaving the ship? What time is it going to the airport?
So in the letter that we put up on the website last night, so you're talking about on January 8th?
Correct. Yes.
So on the 8th, you will transfer in relationship to your flight departure time. So I know that's vague, but when you're on board with us, when we start to rev up for the final departure, we'll be very specific about each one of us and what time we need to leave, because the cruise line has a system for that. And we'll share that, and we'll give you the information that you need to know. For those people that are leaving on flights, let's say 12 noon and after, we're going to have a room for everybody to wait in on the last day, and we'll all be together. So only those of you who have a really early departure or need to do something special, you'll have your own kind of departure information, but we'll all pretty much be meeting in a room at 7:30 to 8:30 after breakfast, hanging out together, and then we'll all have the same color luggage tag, and we'll all get off together. And so for those of you who have a transfer, you'll get on your transfer. Those of us who are doing their own thing, they'll take their taxis and so on and so forth. But we'll fill in all the blinks when we get on board. I'm not trying to avoid it. I just don't know exactly what time your transfer would be quite yet.
Okay, I was just curious as to, okay, they're by the ship and they're different ones. And the reason I was asking is because on the last day, there is a tour offered, hop on, hop off in Miami if you're leaving a late flight, and then they will take you to the airport as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal usually.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do. Try to sign up for it. I will just tell you that in my experience, a lot of times they cancel because a lot of people, not very many people do it. So don't get your heart set on it. Book it, and of course, if it doesn't go, they'll let you know. But if it goes, great.
I have a question regarding the app.
Yeah.
I downloaded it, and both Owen and I are on the same app. My question is, does Owen have to have it separately on his own cell phone, or
No, you guys are fine.
both of them together would be fine?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Hi,
Tammy?
Tammy.
Do you know if the Royal Caribbean's going to mail us luggage tags that you put on your bags at the pier so they'll know which room to take your luggage to? Or do you guys handle that?
Oh, you know what? That's a really good idea. I mean, that's a good question, Brad. You know, honestly, here's my recommendation. The luggage tags, you have to order those when you check in. So, sorry guys, I know this is crazy, but before COVID, so these are the first cruises that are going out. They're included in your documents, right? But everything's digital. And even when they were included in the documents, they were paper and you had to tape them on and make sure that they were secure on your luggage. I never trusted that. So what I'm recommending, since we're all arriving at the same time, we have a bus coming to the hotel in Miami to pick us up at 1 o'clock, and we're going to take everybody to the pier. And there are baggage handlers there. They have luggage tags. So we'll have Sharpies. We'll be able to, you know, help you write your tag numbers on. The baggage handlers will be able to help you. So I wouldn't worry about the tags, to be quite honest with you, because we can and will get them at the port.
Okay. There's never been a problem because I got like a little plastic tag that I can attach to my suitcase that I put the one in I got from them, and you know it's pretty well secured. But we can I get it to
Your choice. No.
Tammy?
Yes.
This is,
that goes.
Brad, you can print the tags off the app.
Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up because we have the next event coming up at 9 o'clock, and I appreciate you being here. We have our help center, which I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat for you in case you have any questions. Just please email us at service@singlestravelintl.com. I'm going to put that in here right now. It's also in the final vacation details letter. So please use that email address so that we can, you know, take care of everybody. And I gave you earlier the phone number for Royal Caribbean for the app. They will help you download that and do your check-in. And I just before we leave want to say that we, you know, in the whole pandemic, we had a website called Single Life Today where we were doing online events. Brad participated, Mary Lou, a lot of you guys, and we're super grateful that we stayed connected that whole time. Well, we moved everything over to the Singles Travel International website now. We got feedback from everybody via survey, and you said it would just be so much easier if everything were on one site. So here it is in the top of the Singles Travel International address bar here. You just click on the events, right? So there's an event link that's in yellow. It's hard to just highlight that one thing. If you guys can see that, the word events, whenever you log in. And these are all of our upcoming events. So please participate. If you're a premium member, you have access to our virtual tours. We're going to Cuba next Saturday. We also have a wonderful presenter. She was the original concierge at Singles Travel International, in addition to me, in 2004. Her name is Mary Delia, and she published a book last week, and we're very excited to help her promote that. So please, you know, even when you're not traveling, you're welcome to jump onto our events, connect with other singles, say hello, meet one another, and just, you know, stay connected with new friends that you've met while you're on the cruises. So we'd love to see you guys online, virtually, in our help center with your questions so we can help you. And of course, CJ and I cannot wait to see you on board the Symphony.
One real quick question. There was, I got the Power Cat and the